Let's understand about the distribution of iron ore in India. The iron ore in India has been divided into four belts. Number one, we have Orissa Jharkhand belt, which is here. Second one, we have Durg Bastar Chandrapur belt, which is here in the state of Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh. Number third belt, we have Baleri Chitradurga Chikmagalur belt, which is there here in Karnataka. And number four belt, we have Maharashtra Goa belt, which is there in Maharashtra and Goa. Let's understand the different mines which are there in these belts. If we go in the first belt, that is Orissa Jharkhand belt, here we have Mayurbhanj mine, which is there in the state of Orissa. In the second belt, we have the two main mines, that is Durg, which is there in Chhattisgarh, Bailadila, which is there in the Bastar district. It comes under, this area comes under the Durg Bastar Chandrapur belt. Third belt we have in Karnataka. We have a very famous mine which we call as a Baleri. And then near the coast, near the Western Ghat, we have this Kudremukh mine, which consists of very high grade of hematite iron ore. And this Kudremukh mine, whatever we extract the iron ore from here is being exported to the other countries. So it's a 100% export is being there. Now let's talk about the other minerals, like distribution of copper. When we talk about copper is non-ferrous minerals. So if we compare the availability of non-ferrous minerals in our country, we don't have very good amount of non-ferrous mineral. But copper is available in 3 different states in India, that is in Madhya Pradesh, where we have Balaghat mines. Second state, we have Jharkhand. In Jharkhand, we have Singhbhum district. And then in Rajasthan, we have Khetri mine. Copper is a very good conductor of heat and electricity. It is being used in the electrical appliances as well as it's being used in the vessels and to make the wires, electrical wires. Now, another mineral we have, non-ferrous mineral, we have bauxite with us. If we talk about bauxite is also available in 3 different areas in our country. Number one, we have in Orissa. Orissa has a maximum amount of bauxite available in India. In Orissa, we have a district which we call as in Koraput district. This Koraput district we have, which is there here, where we have the mine which we call as in Panchpat Mali mine. Then we have bauxite there in Madhya Pradesh. We have Amarkantak Plateau. We have Kachni. We have Michael Hills. And then in Chhattisgarh we have Bilaspur. You can refer this thing with the map. Now let's talk about another mineral which we call as a mica. Mica is a kind of a mineral which is dielectric in nature. It traps the heat. It's a good. It is resistance to the high voltage, and it has been used in the electrical appliances. If we talk about the distribution of mica in our country, we have maximum amount of mica in the area of Bihar and Jharkhand. The name of the belt we call as in Kodarma Gaya Hazaribagh belt, which has also been called as a northern part of the Chota Nagpur plateau. The second area where we have mica is in Rajasthan, that is in Ajmer and Bewar. And then we have in Andhra Pradesh, Nellore district. If we talk about the mining, we have different types of mining which is being done in our country. The number one type of mining, we have the open pit mining. It has been also been called as an open cast mining. You can see from the picture here, the mining is being done from the uppermost layer of the earth. Another type of open pit mining, we have quarry. Quarry is also the same type of open pit mining only. The only difference is that open pit mining, they produce the building material, and the quarry, they produce the marble and stones and etc. Another type of mining, we have underground mines with a shaft, which we call as in shaft mining, where a deep hole is being done. There is one more type of mining which we call as in a rat hole mining, which is very common in the area of Meghalaya. In this type of mining, a very small amount of hole is being done, and this is a totally an illegal type of mining activity which is being done in the area. Now, if we talk about the mining, impact of mining on the health of miners and the environment. Now, when we do the mining activity, the dust and fume is being inhaled by the miners, and they become vulnerable to the pulmonary diseases. Another impact is the risk of collapsing of the roof of the mines, especially with the coal mines. So this causes a lot of damage to the miners. Sometimes the water resources, they also get contaminated by the mining activity. People, they dump the waste and slurry, which leads to the degradation of the land, soil, and that is the reason that we need to have some type of strict safety regulation to implement the laws to conserve the environment. Otherwise, this mining activity will become as a killer industry. Now, why conservation of mineral is in need of environment? This is a very big question with us. The conservation of mineral, we need to do it because the formation of the minerals, the geological time period is very fast. We are consuming more amount of mineral what is being available to us by the help of the nature. If we are not going to conserve it, our future generation is going to get affected by this. That is the reason that we need to conserve the mineral. Now, if we talk about the energy resources, the energy resources, they are being classified into two. One is conventional, another one is the non-conventional energy resources. If you compare both the resources, conventional energy resources are those resources which we have been using for the last many years. So as we have been using for the last many years, we have all type of technology to harness these resources, these energy resources, and they are generally non-renewable in nature except water. So they are getting depleting day by day. If we talk about the non-conventional energy resources, these are the resources which we have been using for the last few years. Like, for example, we have solar energy, wind energy. They are abundant, they are renewable in nature. And apart from these are the energy resources which do not create any kind of pollution and the effect to the environment. So it's a demand to shift from the conventional energy resources to the non-conventional energy resources. If we talk about the conventional energy resources, the most common fuel which is used in the rural India, we have firewood and the kettle dung cake. Now these two are being commonly used in the rural area, but the usage has been discouraged. The reason being is that if we use the firewood, it decreases the percentage of forest. It do create a lot of pollution. As far as the kettle dung cake is being considered, instead of using for the fuel, if we use this kettle dung cake for the manure, this will increase the fertility of the soil. So we try to discourage usage of firewood and the kettle dung kiln. The most important conventional energy resource we have coal. Now, if we talk about the coal is most abundantly available fossil fuel in India. It provides maximum amount of the thermal electricity in India. India is highly dependent on the coal for meeting its commercial energy requirement. And this coal has been formed by the compression of plant material over millions of years. If we talk about coal has been found in the variety of forms. We have two variety of coals. One is on the basis of the carbon content, another is on the basis of rock series. If we talk about the carbon content, we have four type of coal. Number one, peat, lignite, bituminous, anthracite. Peat is a very inferior quality of coal. Lignite is a light brown color coal. It is again not a very good quality of coal, but this has been available in the area of Tamil Nadu and we have been using for the generation of the electricity. Bituminous coal is being called as an industrial coal because this is being used in the industry in the maximum quantity. Anthracite coal is the finest quality of coal. Another category of the coal we have on the basis of rock series, we have Gondwana coal and the tertiary coal. If we talk about the Gondwana coal is around 250 million years old and tertiary coal is around 55 million years old. So if you compare both, Gondwana coal is a very good quality of coal as compared to the tertiary coal. Let's see the distribution of coal in our country. Now, Gondwana coal is basically available in the area of the Damodar River Valley, especially the area of West Bengal and Jharkhand, where we have Raniganj, Bokaro, Jharia, and Godavari, Mahanadi rivers are also there, where we have good amount of coal deposit. Tertiary coal is basically available in the northeastern states of Meghalaya as well as in Arunachal Pradesh. Another type of conventional energy resources we have petroleum deposit. Now petroleum deposit is also been called as petroleum industry is also been called as a nodal industry because petroleum is used in many of the industry. Right? And if we talk about the availability of petroleum in our country, we have majorly three major areas where the petroleum is available. One is there in Assam. Assam is the first state from where we started the extraction of petroleum. Digboi, from where we started the extraction of petroleum. Digboi and Nahr Katia is there in Assam. Then we have in Arabian Sea near in Maharashtra, where we have Mumbai High, which has the 63% of petroleum deposit. So now we have maximum petroleum deposit in the areas of Mumbai High. And then we have in Gujarat, Ankleshwar and Kalori. We have thermal and nuclear power plants also, which are being used for the generation of the electricity. Now if we talk about India is fortunate to have fairly rich and varied mineral resources, but these resources are unevenly distributed. As you have seen from the previous map that all the resources, they are not available everywhere. We have these minerals available at a particular region. So if you go in the area of the peninsular rocks, we have good reserve of metallic minerals, we have coal over there. Then Rajasthan, we have non-ferrous minerals found over there, especially the copper. Khetri mine is there. And if you talk about the alluvial plains of northern part of India, it's devoid of minerals, and it is basically used for the production of the crops. Now let's talk about the non-conventional energy resources. Now as we know that these non-conventional energy resources are the resources which we have been using for the last few years. We have solar energy, we have wind energy, we have tidal energy, we have geothermal energy is there. If we talk about the the nuclear energy, we have uranium and thorium which is being used to make the nuclear energy in our country. Then we have solar energy. Now we are very lucky. We have India is a tropical and subtropical country, so here we have ample of sunlight which is being received, so we can use this solar energy for the different purpose. And government of India is emphasizing a lot of using of solar panels in the village area and the rural area, so that they reduce the usage of kettle dung cake and the firewood. Then we have tidal energy which is being generated by the tides of the ocean. So now we have such a big coastline with us where we can utilize this oceanic water for the generation of the tidal energy. We have wind energy. In Tamil Nadu, Jaisalmer, they have good wind energy farms where we harness the wind energy. We have biogas, and we have geothermal energy also. Geothermal energy is the energy which is obtained from the interior of the earth. To harness the geothermal energy from our country, we have two experimental projects. One is there in Himachal Pradesh in Manikaran, and the second one is there in Ladakh, Puga Valley, where we harness the geothermal energy. Thank you.